Car and the truck and the jeep. You want foot dogs, them strolling. Grab a girl body and start rolling. The party them going all night long, right through the day. Me just see a pretty thing done with the...
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on Teen Talk this week. I really enjoy our discussion because dancehall music in Jamaica is a much debated topic, and for good reason. How it influences behavior, is it good or bad for teens? To help us this morning are Corinne Francis, prefect from Camperdown High, Shannon Ramdale, JCDC Gold for Speech winner from St. Andrew High, and Jermaine Thomas, former student council representative of Arden High. Welcome, guys.
Morning.
Now, it really is hard to find a place to start because of the many layers and levels associated with this topic. But let's start with the lyrics of dancehall music. Is it really about dance anymore? Was it ever? What do you think?
Well, it's not really much about the dances. It's much about the activities that they're going to be
partaking in.
Yes, partaking in.
What about you, Jeremy? What do you think?
I think dancehall, well, music in general is a representation of life and what is going on around you. In general, dancehall music wasn't particularly about just dance or the dances them doing in dancehall. It was about life, the things around you, man, woman.
Just like how all genres of music are, I can imagine. So, Carrie, what's your view?
I think dancehall is mostly about the lyrics and the things that they tell us to do and so forth.
I personally believe dancehall, like music on a whole, it's just things you can relate to, like Jermaine says. Life experiences, which is why you can pick a favorite artist or a favorite song, you know? Yeah. But look at dancehall music today. How is it different from, how does it compare to music Jamaica has produced before in earlier times? Has it changed for the better or for the worse?
I believe it has changed for the worse.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
Well,
How so?
Well, no.
Jeremy looks like he doesn't agree at all. How so? Go ahead.
Well, no, it's really talking about having sex and calling girls gal and the different things that they want to do to them and so on. Before it was talking about, it was like giving dances, like sweep. Sorry.
But there's still songs like that out today. I mean,
yes, but they're not really the top songs, so you don't really focus on those. You would mostly these teenagers will be focusing on the negative ones, like.
So is that our fault that we're focusing on the negative ones?
It kind of is. But what you're saying is that the content has changed. I don't think the content has changed. From way back from dancehall and reggae times, it has always been mostly about the same thing. Probably the difference now is that we're more colorful with the way we express ourselves.
Or more upfront about it, possibly.
By that's what I mean by colorful. A lot more explicit and explicit content. But I don't think the content has changed. What mainly has changed is the sound and how much of it there is. It's just in your face. It's just a lot of music coming out these days. A lot of everybody doing music, or everybody can do music.
Now you're seeing the clippings we just had of I'm not sure what the name of that song. What's the name of that song, Corinne? Fluffy Girl. Fluffy Girl. Now, what is it saying about our Jamaican women today? You know, how does dancehall music affect our women? How does it portray our women?
Well, sometimes I am ashamed to call myself a female because of how they describe our bodies in these songs. I feel a bit degraded, and what hurts me more is to see fellow females jumping up about the place and loving these songs.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised at some concerts, even though the songs are degrading women, the women are the majority in the crowd. They feel empowered.
A lot of the songs now and a lot of the content, in a sense, some might find it degrading, but some find it empowering. Like, for the example, the same thing that you just played, Fluffy versus Slim. A lot of bigger women now call themselves Fluffy. Them feel good by it. Them feel empowered. Them feel like, yeah.
It's like the song gives them their name.
Well, I guess it helps with the self-esteem and the self-confidence. That's always a good point. I mean, we can look at it from that point of view. You can think positively.
Yeah.
But as far as the lyrics go, children today are usually saying, oh, you know, we're not listening to the lyrics. Not really. We're just listening to the beat. What do you think?
You can't listen to the beats only. The music is not only the beat. The lyrics come along with the beat.
Are you subconsciously absorbing the lyrics, or is it just...
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Because I can personally, honestly say that I don't listen to half the words that in these songs. I just really and truly listen to the beat.
But
Well,
sometimes
you're not really
but
listening per se. You're more hearing. Listening, you basically focus on what is being said and understanding what is being said. While it might not influence you, or it might not influence some people, because some people are influenced by what they hear and easily influenced. Most people, what they hear in music doesn't directly drive them to do this or to do that. I don't think the lyrics are, well, for some people, I don't think the lyrics are directly influencing or driving or directing anybody.
But then again, even when you're just listening to the beat, or when you think you're just listening to the beat, you're going to hear the lyrics, and in somehow it's going to change your behavior towards things and towards one another.
I can understand. It was possibly because, I mean, at parties today, paid parties, children will go and they go, okay, they're listening to the songs, and it will affect the way you dance.
Yeah.
It will for sure affect the way you dance, it will affect the way you react to it completely. But I mean, you're saying before that we don't have songs that have dances anymore. They don't link to any dances, really. Not a lot. But I mean, look at this one here. What's in my cup stays in my cup. Look at it, really. That just holding a cup there to dance on it in itself.
True.
Oh my, but really though, let's bring it back a little bit. You're always saying we don't have the right message in lyrics. Parents, adults in general always say we don't have the right message in these lyrics. What is the right message? Does anyone know, really?
the right message, I think, should be empowering our teens and even our adults, telling our teens to go to school, focus on your schoolwork, and nothing is better than education.
Well then, if you're going to focus on how it relates to teens alone, then we're going to have to censor some things, don't you think? We have to have a limit. So what's your view on government censorship? Censorship versus freedom of expression. That's always a major discussion.
Well, censorship in general, I don't think it's 100% good. I don't think it's 100% bad. In terms of music now, what they have done, or well, what they have said is that certain songs can be played on the radio outright.
Yes.
Or they say you have a clean version and a street version, and I don't think there's any problem with that. If you want to hear the raw, or if you want to hear the nastiness, right? You listen to the street version, but on the radio and on TV, and so you're not going to hear the dirty version. Then we have them clean version that has been edited, and granted they say you can't just chop anymore.
Yes.
You have to actually edit. So what they do, I guess, is transpose lyrics, switch around the lyrics. Instead of saying this, you said this where that should be, and it basically fills the gap. And even when you hear it, a lot of the times you don't know the difference between the clean and the dirty, because it sounds pretty much the same. I don't think there's anything wrong with censoring and saying you can't release this or this can't play on the radio.
But most likely it's still going to be portraying the same meaning.
As in persons can still fill in the blanks, right?
Yes.
There is that too. There really is that. But as a DJ yourself, Jermaine, we know you're a DJ for NNG. Yes, you can rep NNG.
Alright, big up NNG Radio. Yeah, I mix online and I mix at parties, and so as a DJ, I don't think you completed the question. What was the question?
No, as a DJ, do you have a certain code that you go by? Because we want to get into the mind of an artist. So you have two perspectives. You have the view of the public, and you have the view as a DJ.
Alright. As a member of the public, honestly, when you hear certain songs, you're going to want to go out and you're going to want to hear certain songs, right? And certain songs are popular, certain songs from certain artists. But as a DJ, you find that a lot of the times, no matter the quality, as long as it's a certain producer or a certain artist release it, it's going to get recognition, it's going to be played, it's going to be all over the place. Granted, when I'm mixing, there are certain songs that you'll probably never hear me play because I just don't like that song, or I don't think that song is quality. No, it's not really about appropriate, because when you're mixing a lot of the times too, especially online, there's no censorship per se. So you can mix clean music if you want, you can mix dirty music if you want. And people know what to expect. Them know that when them listen, alright, there will be bad words played.
Yeah.
But If you need to turn it down, if you need to wear headphones, you do that. We're not governed by any real body per se.
But you're saying, in a way, you sort of just said that DJs on a whole should be responsible, because I mean you're responsible as far as what you play. It's your own morals and standards.
Not everywhere I go I'm going to play the same dirty music that I would say play online or play at an adult party where I know that adults are here who can understand and pick up. If I go to a kids party I'm not playing no.
But that's the thing now, today, in this day and age, you find kids at the adult parties, so what do you do then? Is it a problem for the parents?
They shouldn't be there. Granted, if they are in that environment, they already know what to expect, even if they shouldn't be there.
Yes.
So you are still going to cater to your target audience. Say if it's an adult party, well, most of the parties these days are quote-unquote adult, but you still find kids there. The DJs aren't going to say, oh, there's that little 13 or there's that little 14-year-old there. I'm not going to play this song, I'm not going to play this song. I'm looking at the bag of 18, 19, 20s out there.
Okay. So what about our dancehall artists? Are they good role models? Karine, Shannon, what do you think?
I don't think they are good role models because...
I think that's kind of general.
Yeah, that's kind of general.
Most of them aren't good role models. Because if you are my role model, I'm going to look up to you and, well, do everything that you do.
Wait,
and
how
want
old are
to
you,
be
Karine?
like you. I'm 15.
You're 15. How old are you, Shannon?
13.
And Jermaine?
19.
Okay. For a second there. Let's see. Shannon, you're the youngest one here. What is your view? Are they good role models?
Well, from a Christian perspective, no, I don't. No, I don't support.
So you wouldn't
them
encourage
at
your youth to become artists? I mean, you have to keep in mind that there are avenues. Well, becoming a DJ of late is becoming an avenue for our youth in our impoverished areas. It's something for them to aspire to become. Do you think then they're not good role models, or you think they should really rein in their behavior sometimes?
Then again, even though a lot of teenagers or young people would want to become DJs when they grow up because of
how glamorized this is, so glamorous it look.
Yes, not everyone will be able to become a DJ or a big time singer.
Yes.
There are certain steps that you would have to take to become on top or
A lot of time being on top isn't really representative of quality or the type of work you do. A lot of time being on top is who you know, where you come from, the links you have. So it's kind of like a hierarchy.
But
system.
I know we're talking about dancehall, or for the major part we're talking about dancehall, but what about other types of music that we're experiencing, that we have access to as teenagers, because we have a lot of access? So what about those? Should we be more worried about those type of genres than dancehall? I mean, really think about it. There are other genres, such as an example, punk rock and roll, that encourage persons to be so depressed, and they call it emo. And I mean, should we be more worried about that?
I think all music in general is a form of art, is a form of expression, right? I don't think pitting one genre against another is really going to get you anywhere. Music is music. Music, yes, is influential per se. Music can alter your moods and so. But music can't really, well, unless you're the type.
Yes.
Because there are types of people who will let music drive them to a point to murder or to do drugs and stuff like that. If you're not that type of person, I don't think it is fair to say dancehall is more influential than rap or hip hop. It's just a different form. It's like somebody paint, somebody draw, somebody write music, somebody does music.
So Karine, what do you think about this now?
What's the question?
Is dancehall as influential or a lesser influential than the other types of music there are out there that we have access to as teens?
I think dancehall is more influential because the artists use more explicit lyrics, I think,
but
than
there are explicit
others.
lyrics in every genre of music.
But dancehall uses it most.
I think that they're all on the same level, but it's really based on the lyrics, because you can take some dancehall lyric and put it to a hip hop beat, and then you're saying, but this is the same thing. So it's you kind of understand.
Are you saying it's part of the expression then? If it's the way in which the artists
express themselves. I think why dancehall gets more prominence is that it's local, it's our music, so we when we look at dancehall, we're not going to look at as much at hip-hop.
Just as you said, just dancehall is local. Is it really? I mean,
well,
is dancehall anymore?
It is supposed to be our music, is one of the genres of music that typically comes from Jamaica, so I mean, Jamaicans are going to look at it and dissect it more in the sense of, I'm not quite sure. They're going to give it more prominence than per se rap and hip hop.
Well, yes, but I mean, we're talking about fusion dancehall, where you're saying, Shannon, that they had dancehall mixed with hip hop and R&B. Is that listened to more often? Is that even a good thing to have dancehall so mixed rather than to have its own identity?
Anybody else?
Karine, what do you have to say?
I don't think dancehall should be mixed or anything with any other genre because it's our music. It should be ours, and Jamaica has been known for adopting other people's style, and dancehall is our thing, so we should just let it remain ours.
I agree. That's in so many things.
Watered down is a problem. I can understand through innovation and through expression if you want to kind of change it up and get a little mix or a little blend in there, but things have been getting kind of watered down. Everything's starting to sound the same. The type of beats, the type of drums, everything just sound generic. No.
Well, yes, but you know that's the effect of globalization right there. But this is a very good conversation, you guys. We could actually go on for a really long time on dancehall music. It is our own after all. But thank you, Jermaine, Shannon, and Karine. We are the future DJs and doctors and lawyers. So honestly, I think we can be the ones to set a standard that works. Thank you for watching Teen Talk. Next week will be even more interesting as myself and my peers discuss the issues that matter to us. I'll see you later.
Walk foot dogs, them strolling. Grab a girl body and start rolling. The party them going all night.